All right guys, check this out. Today I'm going to be doing a review on three very similar trucks, but these unique nuances provide about a $10,000 gap from the first one all the way to the end on the new 2025 Ram 1500. Let's do this. So for 2025, Ram refreshed the new 1500 pickup truck. It's not a huge refresh. It's a slight exterior change. You notice the grille has changed, the headlights have changed a little bit, bumper designs have changed a little bit, wheels have changed a little bit. But really the purpose of why this was a big deal this year was what's under the hood of these two trucks. The Hemi is gone. People love the 5.7 liter Hemi. That motor had been out for a long time. Some people loved it, some people did not. Everybody pretty much agreed it used a lot of fuel. This is the new motor. This is the new 3-liter Hurricane, and both of these trucks are the SST version. This is a 3-liter twin turbo inline 6-cylinder. Makes 420 horsepower, 469 foot-pounds of torque. There's gonna be a high output version coming out later this year. We'll do a review on also. The truck over here to the left is the e-torque 3.6 liter Pentastar motor. This engine's been out for, I wanna say, over 14 years now. It's been fairly reliable, very basic, very simple. We're also gonna see this engine in another variant of the Ram truck later this year, which is gonna be interesting. I talked about that in another video. I'll include the link down below. Purpose of today's video is to show you three trucks, the exact same color, but a $10,000 price difference from that truck to that. Another thing I like that Ram added for 2025, 3 different trim levels here with 3 different price points, and yet all 3 of these trucks still have lane keeping and adaptive cruise for safety. I think that's cool. Almost taking a book out of what Toyota does on the lower trim levels. They're still offering the safety, which is nice. So this truck here is right at around $59,000. We'll go over the window sticker here real quickly. 1500 Bighorn crew cab. This is a level 1 package, sport appearance package, 355 gears for a grand total of $59,360. If we go to the next truck, this is a 2025 Bighorn crew cab. Now this truck has got the night edition package, and this is a level 2 group. This gets you the 3-liter Hurricane twin turbo with a 33-gallon fuel tank for a grand total of $63,270. This truck is a step over that because that's a level 1 Bighorn. This is a level 2. This is the next step up in the hierarchy of the Ram 1500s for 2025. And this is a Laramie. If we look at the window sticker on this truck, this is a 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie. This gets you the sport appearance package, a level 1 Laramie package, trailer brake controller for a grand total of $68,855. So then the question is, what do you get for almost $10,000 more with the Laramie versus the basic Bighorn? I mean, you look at them at first, they're the same exact color. They both have painted bumpers. They both have LED headlights. They both have 20-inch wheels. They're both a crew cab with a 5.5-foot box. Both these trucks say Ram on the back, but you notice something missing right here, right here. We jump to the next level up. Notice it has dual exhaust. Notice it's got the blacked out badges. We go to the Laramie. Of course, the dual exhaust carries over, but there is a unique difference between this truck and that truck. This has chrome exhaust tips. This has black exhaust tips. Personally, I like the look of that. Taillights, very similar, but this gets the black accents. If we compare level 1 to the night edition, you get the blacked out taillights, but they're still functionally very similar. Both these trucks have halogen brake and stop lights. Same there. We jump to the Laramie. Halogens in the rear there. I know some people have been upset about seeing halogen taillights. One of the huge advantages to a halogen rear taillight versus an LED rear taillight, if you do something where you have to replace this rear housing, this is substantially lower cost than if this was a full LED assembly. And how many people with pickup trucks have broken their rear taillights? I've done it several times. So I actually prefer that. One of the differences in this truck, look at the shape of the hood. Stamped a little differently than the Sport Laramie. Now we look at the Sport Laramie. You get this cool cowl up top. You get the heat extractor. The badging moves from on the side of the hood to the middle. I think the Sport hood looks a lot better. I've always been a fan of the looks of that style. And it's interesting because this is a sport package, this is a sport package, but this is where the Laramie gets a little bit more to it. So the level 2 sport package gets you the blacked out grille and the surround. I actually think that looks really awesome. Whereas you just get more of a painted surround here, blacked out in the middle. just different nuances there. I think the actual grille design, I actually like the contour of that. It looks a little sportier than the Laramie Sport Hood. Now, if we go down the sides of the truck here and we look at the wheels, this is more of a fully painted black wheel with the 20-inch rims and the Bridgestone Duelers. Whereas we go to this, and this is more of a polished aluminum with some blackout background, also with the Bridgestone Duelers. Both these trucks have the lips. In fact, the Level 1 also has the lip around the wheel. Both of these trucks have blacked out mirror caps, but this one comes with black handles, whereas this is body colored. Slow tailgate drop, slow tailgate drop. Neither of these trucks have bed liners. That's an option you can put after. Let's look in here. No LED lights in the back box, but the Laramie does have LED lights in the back box. Let's see if they both have tailgate assist up. That's easy. Still easy, no difference there. Both these trucks' cargo lights look to be halogen. This looks to be LED for the license plate bracket. LED license plate bracket. Now let's look at the base Bighorn. This looks like the same LED rear light in the license plate bracket. Same light above. All right, now let's look at some of the differences on the interior. We're gonna start with the e-torque truck, and we're gonna look at what does a base Level 1 Bighorn look like, interior-wise, option-wise. All right, now let's look at the Level 1 Bighorn interior. Still got the soft touch down the door. Nice material, nice looking pattern, looks sporty. Cloth interior, you do have power seats, manual passenger seat, hard covering on the dash, 8-inch display, still nice cup holders, still nice storage in the middle. This is where Ram does a really great job. Look at the steering wheel. Kind of like I don't know, leatherette material, but it looks nice. Just doesn't feel as soft as a leather. Payload on this truck, 1,695 pounds. Let's look at the key of the base Bighorn Level 1. It's still got remote start. Just says Ram, nothing crazy there. Unlock, lock. Now let's see the startup sequence. Now this is more of your base dash layout. You get the 8.4-inch display. No dual climate control, but you do have heated seats, heated steering wheel, 8.4-inch display. I personally don't mind this setup. You still got the storage above, Alpine stereo, top and bottom glove box, nice. Second row, got cup holders, no integrated brake controller on this. A little more simplistic dial, but you do have 4 auto, 2 high, 4 low, and start stop to be disengaged. This is a very high functioning truck. This truck also has heated side mirrors, even has power mirrors to fold in. Self-dimming rear view mirror for your home link for your garage door openers. I mean, there's a lot of value in this truck for the $59,000. This truck has lane keeping and adaptive cruise control. Let's look at the second row of the Level 1 package. Decent storage, storage in the floor, very nice. Got the flat flooring, HVAC controls, no heated controls, but you do have a nice little storage spot there. No USB A or C there. Standard cup holder there, rear sliding rear window, and speakers above the heads. And a halogen light in the second row. Now let's look at the interior of the Level 2 Bighorn and kind of compare. We open the door, very similar door construction. Soft touching, got the soft appointments there, soft there, auto mirrors, power folding mirrors, power first row driver seat. Now let's look at the payload. This truck is 1,633 pounds. Let's see the startup sequence of this truck. You'll notice right away, this gets the digital information cluster in the middle. This was the Laramie dash back in the day. This is an upgrade of what used to be the Bighorn dash. You also notice this big 12-inch display. What's the key look like on this? Well, you'll notice one thing that was added, tailgate drop. So this is an upgrade you get over a Level 1 package. Transmission shifter, it's so funny. I don't know if it's the rubber or the plastic. It just feels not as premium as the Laramie shifter for the transmission. You also get dual climate control in the Level 2 package truck. You still have lane keeping, adaptive cruise, but now since we've got the Hurricane motor, we pick up these buttons on the dash, and this is the drive mode. So you get the different drive modes, sport, towing, off-road, snow. This is a very cool feature that you get when you go with a Hurricane engine. These controls look the same, 4 auto, 2 high, 4 low, start, stop, disengaged, but now we also have integrated brake controller. Now when we go to storage, all this looks the same cup holder, but you pick up the wireless charging, same glove boxes, nothing different there. You have the same button for your garage door, self-dimming rear mirror. This truck has heated steering wheel and heated seats, just like the Bighorn Level 1. I like the looks of this 12-inch display, but functionally I prefer the buttons of the 8.4-inch display. This truck also comes with the running boards. Now let's look at the second row. Looks very similar. Same cladding along the door, soft touch, same storage down below. How about here? Same storage there. Here's where you see a little difference. Notice you got the storage is a little less there. It's because you pick up USB A and C, a little bit more HVAC controls here, and you pick up the 400 watt 110 volt connection. Same cup holder here, but you do get sliding rear window, and you get the speakers above your head, and this went to LED above. Both level 1 and level 2 Bighorn are manual adjustment. So now let's jump to the Laramie Sport Appearance Package and check out the interior of this. So we open the door, first thing we notice, total different covering along the dash with this nice stitching, kind of a nice looking knurled wood finish, looks nice. And this went from a fabric to more of like an Alcantara suede. Your presets for 2 different drivers, still the same controls here with your power folding mirrors, similar storage, but you also pick up this little foam holder. And then here's where the big change is. Leather seating, Alcantara suede insets, really nice stitching along the seating. This interior looks really nice. Still got power seats. Now let's look at the payload, 1,646 pounds. All right, let's check out the startup sequence. Very similar. None of these 3 trucks have heads-up display. You get the same digital dash setup that is partially analog and digital as you get with the Bighorn Level 2. You still get the same 12-inch display. You still have the same controls there with your integrated brake controller. But here's where you're gonna start seeing the differences. This has got the billet knob for your shifter for your transmission, but you still have the same functional powertrain, 2-wheel high, 4 auto, 4 low, and you do have the start-stop that you can remove. It still has the same storage in the middle, but now you pick up a little bit extra stitching here with this cool little ram embossment that looks really nice. Same storage here, same above, same wireless charging, same USB A and C. But now when we sweep across the top of the dash, this is where it changes. It goes from a hard surface to a soft surface with some nice stitching. Similar stereo. You pick up a little bit different material here. You still got the 12-volt charger set up for above. Glove box above and below, nothing different there. Everything here feels the same, even a same steering wheel. You know, it's kind of funny, this might sound silly, but just the movement of this, feeling in the billet, it feels more premium. Just, I don't know if it's the material or if they actually make something functionally different, but that knob actually feels nicer. You have the drive modes here, being that this is a Hurricane. You also get the rain sensing windshield wipers, which is really nice. All right, now let's check out the second row. As you would expect, the same front theme carries to the rear. A little bit nicer material above, a little nicer material here, nicer trim work around the sides. Little nicer material here. You got a little bit of chrome around the speakers. You got the same storage down below. But this is where you get the leather seats, and these look really nice. And this is where you get, in my opinion, a little bit of an upgrade in the second row. Some people won't care about this, but it does look nice. This is a really nice, almost like a center console in the second row. It's a little more functional than a Bighorn because you got this storage area, but it just looks really nice. Then when we get here, this is where we see a difference again. Heated seats were added. You still have USB A and C. You still have the 400 watt connection with your HVAC controls. Look underneath here. And now I put my hand down here and this is where I see a difference. This is where you get a sliding second row. And this is a cool feature. Some people don't see the value in it, but if you do have some passengers for a long drive that want a little more comfort, being able to slide this forward a few inches is pretty nice. Now, as far as underneath here, there's a little difference as well. This folds into a storage to kind of give you a little bit of some organization in the second row, but you can still run it flat, which is nice. And then you also pick up a little bit different trim on the top of this as well. You still carry the LED light through here, the speakers above. So the question you want to ask yourself is, which truck makes most sense for you? You could save a little bit of money by going with this one. You could spend a little bit more money here, get a little bit sportier front end, and pick up the Hurricane motor. Or you can spend another $6,000 and jump to the Laramie Sport Package. What'll blow people's minds is, this is technically only 2 trim levels because these are both in the same Bighorn package. Ram is offering so many different packages. We still didn't add another level of a Laramie that could go here. Then we could add Tugstead, then we could add Limited. There are so many different options in these 2025 Rams, which is kind of nice depending on your budget, depending on what function and what options you like or not. So what's nice is then you can kind of pick, what do you like? For me, I think this is a really high value truck. If I'm gonna already be spending $59,000, to spend $4,000 more and get the features you get with this, just the engine alone, I feel like is worth it. Not to mention the grille and everything else I think looks cool. As these new Rams start rolling in, I'll be doing more footage of these so you can kind of see the different trim options of what you get. It's going to be a really competitive market in 2024 in the half-ton truck segment. We're already seeing that in the mid-size trucks right now, and it's going to be really fun to see now with Ford refreshed in 24 at the F-150 and Ram. I think for buyers this year, you're going to have a lot of good options, but it's also going to be kind of hard. A lot of tough decisions to make and what truck you want to go with. Here's a little bonus footage. 2025, 2024. Which do you like better? I know which one I like. I think that looks way better. Not that that looks bad, but I think that new front end just looks awesome. And also, I'm noticing these trucks next to each other, even the lower bumper is actually different. You can see it different, it's stamped differently. And these trucks are both 1500 Bighorns. Another thing, this one doesn't have the wheel well surrounds, but you can even see there's a difference in the rim. We go down the sides. So you get the big Ram logo on the back of the truck. Both trucks still have dual exhaust with black exhaust tips. Both have all the blacked out emblems. You went from the Ram logo to the real big words Ram. I'm even noticing the rear bumper is different. This bumper is stamped differently. Check out this right here and how this is set. It's rounded. This goes flat. So they even changed the rear bumpers as well. Now if we go to taillights, this is a big difference. To some, this is probably going to be a deterrent. I could go either way. This used to have LED rear lights. Now this has halogen. Cheaper to replace, maybe looks a little brighter at night. I want to thank Dick Scott Motor Mall here in Fowlerville, Michigan for letting me do the review on these trucks for you guys. If you're interested in any of the 3 trucks I've done today, I will leave a link down below in the description for you to reach out to Nelson and he will help you on these. These guys got a handful of the new 2025 Ram 1500s. I hope you found this video helpful. If you do, feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.